Okay, let's go over how to make the final score graphic for Instagram. In Photoshop, you will open it up. You will open the template format, which has been sent to you labeled Insta Final Score. So in here, first thing you're going to want to do is get over to the text tool over here. We'll work on the names and the sport and date. So girls water polo January 18th, 2018 is correct for this game that we're doing. Obviously, you would change that to whatever the day of the game and the sport is. First thing is the names of the schools, and we have to change each one of those every day, and the final score. Names of the schools and the scores are in different brackets, so just go ahead and click somewhere where the name of it is. For this game, we are going to do Mira Mesa. Every time you are done writing in a text box, come over here up to the very top, click on the arrow so that you can click back over to another text box. Mira Mesa, they scored 3 in this one, so we'll go down here to where it was La Jolla Country Day, select the whole thing, and we will make this one into Mission Bay. Now, Mission Bay is a little long for us to be able to see any of the graphic over here, so put Bay down on that second level. Basically, anything that's like a La Jolla Country Day, Mission Bay, any longer multiple name school, you'll want to do that 2-layer thing. If it doesn't end up as 2 layers and it was on that, you can just go over to the arrow tool and move it down and get it recentered like that. But for the longer names, you put it up so that the top of the letters are kind of touching the top up there, and then you go over and you click return on that second level. So let's get that kind of lined up. Next thing is the numbers. So you come over here, you click the arrow, you go back to the type tool, select that 8, switch that to a 9, which is what Mission Bay scored. Next thing is to get the actual school logos in there. Go ahead and find where it says there's bottom team line and top team line. So bottom team line will be down here where Mission Bay is. We'll go File, go down to Place Embedded. You're going to want to look for your logos. This one pops up for me because it was the most recent folder I was in. It is just where I store all of your logos. Wherever you store them, go ahead and find them. We'll go down to M, go to Mission Bay Primary JPG. This is a great one to have as an example when it loads in here. Make it a little bit smaller. You come up and grab the corner when the arrow tool turns like that. Hold down Shift so it changes all at the same size and ratio. Get it kind of a little bit smaller like that so you can see all of the white part. Then I'm going to hit Enter. What you need to do now to get rid of all of this white, and this is not just for this but for all photoshopping you will ever do, you first thing you want to do is right click. If you're using a key, if you're using a laptop, it's 2 fingers down on the trackpad. So you get this menu that pops up. Rasterize the layer. Then come back over here to this tool so that you can select all of the white, and then I'm going to hit delete. It's that simple. Go back to the arrow tool. You're going to get Mission Bay lined up, and then what you'll do is you'll come back over here and you'll either right click or 2 fingers down, create clipping mask. So that way it kind of disappears, or it's only where the bottom team bar is. What you do then is you go to resize it, which is Command T is the shortcut to get to there. Then you do the same thing as you did at the first part where you kind of find that corner, hold down Shift, size it to something like that where it's definitely large enough to see, but you don't want the whole logo showing it. You definitely want to have the oversized look. From there, you got to change the color of the bottom team line. You will click on bottom team line and you will see this menu of options appear up here. This blue part, you want to make it the primary color the team was wearing that day. So Mission Bay was wearing black. do it now for Mira Mesa. So you come up to top team line. Anytime you place this, you got to make sure you click on the bottom team line or the top team line, or it will not be able. You won't be able to do the clipping mask concept. So click top team line, come up File, Place Embedded. I'm looking for Mira Mesa. So this one already been cut out PNG style with the rasterizing and all that. So I'm just going to have to move it, kind of line it up so that it's a little oversized, hit return, come over here, right click on it, create clipping mask. So now I have the Mira Mesa logo, I have the Mission Bay logo. Last thing to do is finally actually get the photo in here. I have a couple of photos I'm already have had in here. I just place them on top again so that way the layers stay correct. So we will do one more time. File, Place Embedded. Now this for me is, keep them in a folder on the desktop, but you can keep them honestly wherever you want. Find the one that is the Mission Bay goal from today. Then go back to that corner, you hold down Shift. Always hold down Shift anytime you're expanding something or making it smaller so that it does it in scale. Then just kind of play around with locating the image so that it's definitely large, because this really has to pop on Instagram. Got some of the action nice and front and center. Hit return one more time. You are now done with your score graphic for that day, and you can go ahead, File, Save As. Now for me, I put it in that same file on the desktop, and I always, this part really doesn't matter. Mission Bay G Polo Win is what I'll call this one. Last thing you have to know, file format is JPEG. Then save and OK. Now, I find that for getting this onto your phone to put on Instagram, the easiest and quickest way to do that is with AirDrop. So you come over here. I have the folder here with the file in it. Do New Finder window. Go up to AirDrop. If your phone doesn't pop up initially, you can go into your phone and turn it on with making sure your Bluetooth and your wireless is on. Then you just drag over and you're good to go. It's on your phone and ready to place onto Instagram. And that is how you get that graphic done, and you just rinse and repeat every single day, every single game you go to. Go ahead and replay this video if you have any questions. If not, you can always call me or text me. Thank you very much.